Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome to another Dirty Nummies. I got so many requests from you to make something in honor of Earth Day, so that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing today. I thought, let's make a delicious tart, but decorate the top using fruits like blueberries and kiwis to look like the globe. Let's get started. So technically today we're making two recipes, one for the shell and one for the tart filling. To make the shell, the things you'll need will be 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cold butter, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, 4 eggs, we're only going to be using the yolks, and 1/2 cup of sugar. Then for our filling, you'll need 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and again, we're only going to be using the yolks, 1/2 cup of cream, 1 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 of a fresh vanilla bean, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then to decorate, you'll need some fresh blueberries and 2 kiwis chopped. And I almost forgot a little bit of white chocolate. Now let's put it all together. First thing that we're gonna do is mix together our cream, lemon extract, and egg yolks. Crack your egg open and jiggle the yolk back and forth between the shells. Boop, 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 boop. Then put the egg yolk in here and do this for all of your eggs. Then add the cream and your lemon extract. Whisk together until well combined and set off to the side. Rose, my name, crumbles my game. The next step is to add your flour, butter, sugar, and salt into a large mixing bowl and mix together until it gets crumbly. After a few minutes of mixing, this is what it should look like. Look how crumbly, all these little crumbles. Now add in your egg mixture, the whole thing. Then mix together once again until a dough starts to form. All right, get all this dough. Whoa! Okay, the dough is now ready and it smells so good. It smells like lemon. It's time to chill it. Divide the dough in half and wrap it up tight using some food-safe plastic wrap. Once your dough is wrapped, pop in the refrigerator and chill for 1 hour. This is enough dough for 2 shells. After your dough has chilled, roll it out, then place it into a tart pan. This is the tart pan that I am using, and it's a removable bottom tart pan. This is the kind of tart pan you want to use because otherwise it's gonna be really hard to get your tart out of the pan. Okay, we're gonna make it fly. 1, 2, 3, woo! Yes! Pinch some flour, sprinkle down on top of your work surface so that the dough doesn't stick. A little flour on top, a little flour on the pin, and roll it out. You want it to fit not only in your tart pan, but to come up the side. After you've rolled out the dough, we're gonna place it on top of the tart pan. To do so, I like to roll the dough onto my rolling pin like this, and then pick it up, boop, 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 and bring it over and just kind of unroll it. Woo, just like that. Now, gently press the dough against the sides of the pan and remove the excess from the top. Ooh, this is looking good. Now chill in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Once the dough has chilled, let's prep to bake. It's very easy prep. Take a fork and poke some holes on the bottom. This is called docking. It's gonna let air escape so we don't get a bunch of bubbles and the heat can get out. Now, because we're gonna fill this tart after it's baked, we've got to fill it with something so that it holds its shape. So we are gonna be filling it with some beans. I've got some navy beans, but you can use whatever kind of beans you have around the house. Just not baked beans. They gotta be, these the unbaked beans, the hard beans. The first thing you do is lay down some food-safe plastic wrap. Gently press down, boop, 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 and pour in your filler, your beans. This is a good amount of beans. You kind of want to overfill it just a little bit. Now fold in the food-safe plastic wrap, just like a little package. Now we are ready to bake. Heat your oven to 350 degrees and bake for 30 minutes with the beans. Then remove the beans and bake for an additional 15 minutes. After the crust has baked, give it plenty of time to cool. We are gonna paint some white melted chocolate on the bottom and the sides. This is because the filling that we're gonna make is a custard filling and we don't want it to make our crust soggy. All right, it's all done. This is looking great. Now set off to the side while we make our filling. To make the filling, mix together 2 eggs. We're using the yolks, cornstarch, salt, and half the sugar. We're saving the other half for later. Then whisk together until well combined and set it off to the side. We're not going to use it again until we're at the stove. The next step to making our filling is adding our wet ingredients, our milk, cream, vanilla extract, the fresh vanilla bean, and the second half of the sugar into a large sauce pot. Now take your pot, the egg mixture, and a whisk over to the stove. Place the sauce pot on the stove and turn to medium heat. Bring the milk mixture to a scald. You'll know it's scalding when little bubbles start to form all around the outside of the pot. As soon as it's ready, slowly pour in small amounts of the hot milk mixture into the yolk mixture while whisking. This is called tempering. It will keep the egg yolks from scrambling, basically cooking with the heat. You want to keep adding until half of the milk mixture is added to your eggs. Once the eggs have had a minute to adjust to the heat, we're gonna pour them back into our milk mixture on the stove and keep mixing until it thickens. Once the filling thickens, like a pudding, turn off the stove and take your pot back to the baking station. Our custard filling is hot, fresh off the stove, so be careful. The pot is still very hot. This is the last step before we pour it into the tart. In front of me, I have a large bowl, mesh strainer. We're gonna strain all of the pudding. Using a spatula, push through the strainer, whoop, 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 and work it through. We do this so that our custard will be really smooth, and while it's still nice and warm, mix in the butter. Plop it right on top. Bloop. Using the spatula, mix it around till it's well combined. As soon as you mix in the butter, it's time to pour the custard into the tart shell. You want to pour your custard into your tart while it's still hot. So let's move quick. Let's scoop it in there and flatten it out. Now, with a small offset spatula, smooth it out. Once you've got all of your filling in the tart, we've got to chill it. But before we do that, before we pop it in the refrigerator, we need to cover it with food-safe plastic wrap once again, because if you just pop it into the refrigerator right now, the custard will form a skin. So we are gonna prevent that by using our own skin, a food-safe plastic skin. Once covered, pop this tart in the refrigerator to chill for 2 hours. You want it to be completely cold. Now it's time for my favorite part. It's time to decorate using some fresh blueberries and chopped up kiwis. I'm using these two fruits and colors to decorate the tart to look like the globe. I'll start by placing the blueberries to look like the ocean. Ta-da! We got a bunch of ocean. Now I'm gonna use the chopped kiwis to fill in the land. And ta-da! There you have it, our Earth tart that we made in celebration of Earth Day. It's coming up soon. I'm so excited. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be posting a bunch of pictures and the recipe on RosannaPansino.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you can check it out there. And if you guys make this tart, please take a picture and send it to me. I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. Also, if you guys have any other ideas for any other nerdy nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I will do my best to make it happen. All right, thanks again, you guys. I hope you have a very happy Earth Day and you do something nice for the Earth. I like to volunteer, but there's so many things that you can do. All right, thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye. Now I'm gonna celebrate and have a bite for me. I'm celebrating early. Mmm. 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 Mmm.